Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. Um, this is something I'm doing new. Last Saturday I had some pretty good success. On this episode, on my live streams, I'm going to give the gentleman an opportunity to call in and share all their negative experiences with today's modern woman. You can also ask me questions and ask me for my insight on certain situations. Now, if no one jumps in this thing in about 5 minutes, I will end the show and come back again next Saturday with the same idea to call in, all the gentlemen to call in and share their experiences with the modern woman. And also, I want you gentlemen to tell the modern woman what it is that you want as a man. You understand what I'm trying to say here? So, like, instead of letting all these women tell you, oh, go find a man and do this for him, I wanted to come from the horse's mouth. Now, what I'm going to do is put the link in the chat. Like I said, last Saturday we did pretty good with this thing. So you got 5 minutes to jump in before I end the show. And then what I'm gonna do, I'll go back to my content creating thing and drop more videos on Monday. So I'm trying to make this a regular occurrence on Saturdays for men to vent and say what they want to say. And you gotta cam up. You gotta cam up. You know what I mean? So we'll just be sitting here waiting. So here's the link right here. If you want to join. The countdown has started. Okay, so if no one shows up, that's fine. I'll be back next Saturday. You get what I'm saying? Same thing. Mm-hmm. Someone asking me to cover the Travis. Man, the reason I haven't covered that, man, because everybody else is doing that, man. I don't like to be a bandwagon type of dude, you know what I'm saying? But I'll think about it, man. I'll think about it. You know what I mean? A lot of people been asking me to cover Travis. I have purposely avoided that thing, man, because I see it all the time on content, and at the same time, it's just the boy just lost, man. He lost, man. He needs someone to give him some of this pimping, man. And that's what happened when you have a woman that got their hook so deep in you that you can't hear nothing, you can't see nothing. You know what I mean? He gonna have to get his heart broke really, really bad before he understand the situation. You dig? So yeah, that's why I haven't covered it. Let's see. Countdown is begins. So by 5:34 or 5:35, well, 5:35 Central Standard Time, no one shows up. I will bid you an adieu, and I'll be back next Saturday with the same thing. Mm-hmm. So somebody jump in. Don't wait for somebody else to jump in first and say, hey, I'm gonna jump in next. Cause I ain't got nothing to say. I'm just gonna give you an opportunity to say what you gotta say. You can ask me questions and we can talk about it. For further reference, you can go to the last live stream last Saturday. It was pretty good, man. Had two men come on this thing talking about their negative experiences with modern women. Now I want to make this clear. When you come on here, I want you to share your disaster stories, man. I'm not trying to get you to come up here and be running through the tulips and shit and roses and shit like that about the relationship. I want to really point out the problems that men are really facing when it comes to modern dating with these women. You dig what I'm saying, Jack? So we'll just sit here patiently. I don't really got anything else to say. Just waiting for people to come on in. And again, I'll keep putting the link in the chat. You click the link and we do it. Like I said, this is going to take a little while for this to catch on what I'm doing. That's why I'm going to be consistent in every Saturday at 5:30 Central Standard Time so it can grow organically. So it's going to be hit and miss sometimes. But I'll be back. Boss don't quit. Okay, I just put the link in the chat, yeah. I see 34 people watching. You're like, I hope somebody call in. Yeah, man. Y'all just gotta be patient, man, with people, man. I think a lot of times people are more comfortable calling in on women's shows for some reason like that. I think on my show, I'm so blunt, it's kind of hard for people. So I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you exactly what you need to hear from my point of view, from my insight. I don't kiss ass. Well then, excuse me. Put some of y'all on the screen. Mm-hmm. Adrian from Dallas. I remember you, man. What's going on with you, pimping? Mona in the house. How you doing? That's a good. How you doing? Another Jeremy. That's a beautiful name, man. Hello, everyone. Let's see what else you got in. Okay. Mr. Turner came out there with the church thing. Instead of putting y'all experiences in the chat, come on the show, and we can talk. I will answer your questions when we go live, when you get on here and talk. See, Mr. M. Kelly, jump it. See who else is on there. Same old, same old. I see you, brother. Mr. Kelly said, stop begging for ladies. I mean, begging for money, ladies. I dig it. Well, it's almost time for me to get out of here. I'll give you a few more minutes. I don't want to rush it because there's going to be some people kind of camera shy sometimes. So, yeah. Because I don't have nothing to say. I didn't bring any type of content. Not trying to talk about anything except what we're talking about here. So if you want to join, join. And again, I'll be doing this every Saturday for a while to try to grow this thing, to do that, to grow this platform into that direction. Okay, Mr. Robinson said he's going to be coming up. He's getting his computer up. Okay, we'll just be waiting for that gentleman to get his computer up, and then we'll get into the conversation and hear what that gentleman has to say. D-Town, he from Dallas. Christopher Jordan said, hoes equal booty calls. Let's see what we got going on here. Thank you, Mr. Thomas. I appreciate you for this platform, brother. Now, anytime, man, I'm trying to make something new, man, for the men now. That's why I'm doing this shit. So I got to do what I got to do. Just got to be patient. And thank y'all for supporting the channel, man. The channel growing, man. The channel growing fast, man. You know what I mean? It won't be long before I hit that 50. You know what I mean? And probably in a year or less than a year, I might be at that 100. You know what I mean? 100,000 subscribers, man. So thank y'all, man, for being consistent and supporting me, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. So with this content creation thing, you got to be consistent for one. You got to be consistent and you got to be patient. CAP, C-A-P, consistency and patience. That's how it is in the world with anything you do, you dig? Mr. You dig, what's going on, man? How your show going, man? Y'all check out Mr. You dig show, man. He doing things too, man. He doing some big things over there. Yes, sir. Fellowship is much needed. This with this, I'm gonna try. If this start going the way I wanted to go, like I say, it might take about a month or two. This is gonna be for the gentlemen on Saturdays. I'm gonna try to do that for the men to come in and share, to vent, to say everything. You know what I mean? All the truth that you know to be truthful in your life when it comes to dealing with these women, so that these women can see exactly what they're doing. Because they think when I make videos, you know, I'm picking on women, I'm picking on certain bras, and it's not really happening. It's just here it is. He got them saying that shit all over TikTok, and then, but it's not true. It's not happening. It can't be. John Thomas, yes, sir. I hope I say your name right. Is it Tunel? Tunel Runner? Thank you, man, for saying you were doing a great job, man. I appreciate that, brother. Or man, I can't really see the got bad eyes. I got to see, excuse me, on the computer. I tell every young man I work with about this channel and the reality of dating. I appreciate that, Mr. Nedro. Hope I'm saying your name right. Your last name, Mr. Nedro. Nedro. Yeah, sorry about that if I cutting it up. Yeah, so we're just waiting for anybody. We got excuse me, neck been bothered. I got nerve damage stuff, y'all. Yeah, so it bothers me from time to time when I'm sitting down for a long period of time, like I've always said. Let me go ahead and put the link back in there again for anybody just joining in. We got 45 viewers waiting for somebody to jump in. And all 45 is waiting for somebody to jump in so they can. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they've been wanting me to cover Travis. They've been wanting me to cover Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. They've been wanting me to do that shit, man. It's just like. Let's see. The next phase is This Me, Jeremy. Okay, bro. All right, just click the thing, brother. I'll put the link back in there again. Hold on something. Everybody gotta be a little patient with everybody. Can you dig it? Let's see. How y'all doing this Saturday, by the way? We've been getting a whole bunch of rain down here. Let's see, did I put it in there? Okay, there he is. Let me put you on the screen, brother. See, yo, I see you, man. All right, he got to take a moment, y'all. Damn, boy, you got a lot. Are those J's in that motherfucker? Yo, I see you, man. All right, he got to take a moment, y'all. Damn, boy, you got a lot. Are those J's in that motherfucker? Yo, I see you, man. All right, he got to take a moment, y'all. Damn, boy, you got a lot. Are those J's in that motherfucker? Yo, I see you, man. All right, he got to take a moment, y'all. Damn, boy, you got a lot. The audio on my end, I keep hearing it. Yo, I see you, man. Too? All right, he got to take a moment, y'all. Damn, boy, you got a lot. The audio on my end, I keep hearing it. I'm gonna click them out and see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna add you back in. Yeah, there's an audio problem, bro. Say something.
What's up?
Okay, what's up, man? Hold on for a second, man. Yeah, there's an audio problem, bro. Say something.
There's
a delay. Do you hear the delay? What's up, man? Hold on for a second, man. Well, it's raining over here really bad, but do you hear it? Okay, stop. All right. You there?
Yeah, I can hear it a little bit.
Yeah, is it raining over there, homie? Yeah, somebody else says they hear the echoing. You got everything off that needs to be off and everything on that need to be on, man. Yeah, people saying they hear a delay and a bad echo. Oh, now they say it's good now. Mr. Nedra says it's good now. You did.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. There's no echo. It's just real low on your side. When I hear you, you kind of low. Is it low to y'all?
Oh, I see why. I got. Can you hear me now?
Time, bro. Take your time.
What are you doing? Oh,
make sure I get that thing straight right here on my end while you're doing your thing, brother.
All right, I got it fixed now.
Okay, I don't know why it's low on my side. You sound real low, but I can listen. It sounds good to everybody else. It might be my software, man. I've been having glitches with this damn thing. Well, anyway, man, how you doing out there today, brother?
Oh man, it's just the same walk of life, man. Trying to figure out what we gonna do, man. What we gonna do?
For sure. You got any stories you want to share, man? You know what I mean? Anything, any bad experiences you done dealt with these modern women?
I keep it general, but I can say I've been experiencing the same thing over and over. Some of the same things we've been talking about, you know, like selfish, thinking they more special than you are. You know, it's the same thing over and over. It really don't change. They don't want to practice group economics. They want to meet you at the finish line. Pretty much the same things, man. Just, man, it's tough out here, and I don't know if you want to be married, it's gonna be tough. It's tough out here, man.
Do you think it's worth getting married now with the way it is, bro?
It's almost impossible in a way. It really get a woman for the right reasons, you know, as far as commonality, you know, somebody that's equally yoked, is spiritually yoked, you know, not spiritually yoked, but aligned spiritually. I mean, it is really difficult, and I'm finding it just trying to walk the life that I'm just trying to be spiritually aligned with a woman. It's ultimately difficult, and I mean, I don't by any share have a slight of women that I have access to, and if you really want to walk the life right, a lot of women are just in a lot of disagreement. They can't be cooperative and agreeable about anything. And when I say they special, they want to do it the way they want to. They don't really respect black men. They don't want to hear it from you. Even though they only have access to you, they don't want to hear it from you. So it's really like their opinion matters more than yours. So it's kind of what I experienced from a high rate. I mean, even if you be nice to them and you know, you be respectful of them, you know, you have a good tone, and you know, you have good whatever points that you're making with them, they're not willing to listen. Like, they willing to just if it's not what they want to do, they're not willing to compromise, to find some type of commonality in it to get to the same results.
Yeah, the mouthful. And I agree with you, man. Let me ask you this, brother, because I want everybody who's watching, because there's women watching this show right now as well. Do you think that these women love black men? Do you think they actually love them? Or is it just because they think a man can provide something to them? Because I feel you on that. I think marriage right now is like a fool's errand right now. I really believe that, especially if you got something going on with yourself and you got money and shit and you trying to do something. It seems like, I believe marriage is a divine institution because God created it. I believe that. But at the same time, I don't think marrying these modern day women is the best thing because it seems like you're going to get the short end of the stick. It's like these women marry you, they be with you for a little bit of time, long enough for them to take you to divorce court and then to split your assets among them. All the stuff that you worked for, all the stuff you worked for. I don't think a woman should have the ability to take half of the stuff that you worked on or worked for before you married her. I don't think that. I can understand to the point where y'all split down the middle the things that y'all accumulated together, but they go beyond that. You can have absolutely nothing, and a woman would take half of that shit. You know, so it's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. That's. I mean, I'm not even getting to that point with them. I'm just trying to get to them to support the vision that and align with it, and be agreeable and cooperative to the vision that I'm trying to set out for us to be able to be, be able to for it to be conclusive to her life. And they see things one way, they way, and even if you tell them, hey, culturally it's not working, the same thing you doing is not working. What you calling a strong black woman is not feminine. And if men are looking for feminine, cooperative, and agreeable, and if you come in and say, no, what I want for my life, and it's special, and then it becomes selfish because you say what I want, because you're not being in obedience to God as well, because you're supposed to be obedient to your husband to God. And that's how the alignment of God works. And, and they look at it like, and I've even heard women say this: I don't care what the scriptures say. They'll tell you go f a cock, and you be like, wait a minute. So you telling me I should go and be gay now? I mean, I should go and be a sassy man now? So now it results to the insult, shame. It gets, they go start getting to the playbook, and it's a repeat thing. It don't matter how you go at the angle. If they haven't done the framework up front, man, it's just not possible. It's just not possible because we had too many of them not. They're more focused on career and that it's too much. I always say this thing that I had, that we probably heard from KS people, pressure is built for shoulders, not hips. They trying to operate from the hips, but really want too much. They trying to take on too much pressure for their shoulders, and it ultimately harden them. And then they're unable to pair with you. They're unable to pair with you. And the whole dating thing, they obsessed with dating. I mean, it is insane out here. The only thing they can think about is dating. If you ask them what does dating look like, whatever, it's gonna be something totally different than what men are looking for. They actually, even if a man is looking for one woman, they're not happy with that. They're really not happy with that. They all try to want the same man.
You know what, brother? You made a good point. I want to try to jump in right quick. Two things you said that really stood out. But the last thing you said is, excuse me. I agree. It seems like women are more concerned with dating than they are actually being in a relationship. They really do, because when they're dating, then they have accessibility to different men who have different resources and different assets that can help them in different ways. They're not really trying to be locked down. They're not really trying to be tied down. They'll say that, but if you look at their actions, it's as if they don't believe that. They really just want men to date, which runs up their body count. So to me, modern day women, they are really pushing whoredom. They are easily jumping in men's beds if it's a payoff in that thing now. I wanted to say that about that one point you said. And the other thing I want to say, when you said they're not supportive, and now I agree, because a lot of men that I speak to outside of YouTube, they say the same thing that you're saying, the same thing that I agree to. And I think women don't understand what being supportive mean. I think they believe that if they supporting you, that they're there with you, that it requires no actions, that they just there. Just be happy I showed up. But there's an attitude that comes along with supporting a man. They don't understand that. And it's crazy that a woman is so emotional, but is not emotionally regulated enough to know how to be emotionally soft to a man, how to soothe a man. That's something that women don't. It's like they forgot how to do that, like how to soothe a man. You know what I mean? Like you have a hard day or something like that. How to give you a neck rub, how to be affectionate to you and stuff like that. It seems like they just all about themselves. And this is
That's
like you
their
said. You're
superpower.
one of hold on one second. You're one of the many men who feel and have said what you just said, man. So let me ask you this question before you continue. How important is it for a woman to be supportive to you? And also, can you explain why a man wants a woman to be supportive of him, please?
Why I think they should be supportive is because I'm from more of a religious point, but I see that most, I think that's in their nature to want to be in a support position, and it whenever they not, whenever you, I don't want to have to put all the pressure on them. I want them to just be able to just see that who I am, what I stand for, my moral values, and everything about me is gonna be conclusive to their life. And I think that's, as a man, it's the job to oversee the relationship and make sure that you pointed in a moral direction, in the moral compass direction, and the things that the man can be the centerpiece, and he just needs the things to add to it. And in the I'm Christian, so as the Bible refers it to, as the woman is to add to the man, and not the woman not man add to the woman. So that's where it comes conflict when you get in a situation where they don't understand that if they go out here and be selfish and have children out of wedlock, that is not conclusive, because it's a conflict of interest, because you don't want to you want the biological father to be the person that this ultimately has the most to say about the child. And whenever you get in these situations and you don't know how to handle it, if you haven't done the framework up front, you can't accomplish what the goal is. And the goal is for the child to get both things from the parents. And even in relationships, you both exchange strengths and weaknesses, and exchange resources, whether it's from having children and for him to give you children so you can have something to love. And they don't quite understand it, because they listen to a lot of women who that wanted freedom. The whole thing in the Black community is about being for freedom. Even if from the election, we seen that the headline song in the theme song was freedom. If you ask what freedom from, they said from the burdens that have free from the burdens that they want to undo the burdens that have been burdened, or whatever it was. That slogan, it really speaks loud, and it tells people, that it tells men that they actually want to be free from them, even though we have manipulated the land for them to thrive in just as well as us, and they have made contributions too, but the lack of respect for what we have done for them to be able to exercise all the lifestyle, all the freedom and protection and security that they can have in their life, it's not conclusive to their life. It's just not. It's for them to forget, and for them to just not give us back what we asking for, and only be concerned with what they want. It just doesn't work. It's just, when you say be supportive, they just don't understand the word support in a feminine way. They think that they're the table and we supposed to act. Somehow it's gotten reversed to they are the table and we are to bring things to the table. And it doesn't make sense.
I want to cut you off, but it's always a pleasure to have you on this show, man. Because like you're very articulate, you're very intelligent, and you're expressing yourself in a way that no one can not understand what you're saying. You know what I mean? And you're saying everything that men are feeling right now. I mean, everything. Back when you said we manipulated the land for them to thrive in, right? These women are spoiled because of us. We have actually created every convenience, every technology that they really enjoy. Yes, they create some things, but when they create something, it's usually based upon another ideal that a man had previously, and then they simply add to that ideal. You know what I'm saying? So the women have forgotten themselves. They are out of pocket. They're not being guided. And also, there's a lack of willingness, brother. There's a lack of willingness for them to even want to listen. They don't, like, if you don't know how to cook, fine. But are you willing to learn how to cook? If you don't know how to do certain things for a man, how to take care of a man and cater to him, are you willing to learn? These women are so selfish, like you said, so self-absorbed, man, that the world got to do everything that they wanted to do. And like you said, they don't know how to be supportive in a feminine way. The only way that they can support us, it has to be masculine. Everything is masculine energy. And like I said before, for every ounce of masculinity that a woman takes on, she loses about 3 or 4 ounces of femininity because that's not her true nature. We're the ones who are supposed to lead them, and there's nothing wrong with what you said. You said everything perfectly right, man. We're supposed to oversee. We're supposed to be the leaders. They always scream that they want a leader. What that simply means is they want some man who is doing something with his life that they can control. Leadership don't even have the natural definition that it used to have. I got a man that does this, a man who does that, but what are you doing for that man? They don't even care about the emotional state of mind or the emotional health of men. Men have things that they go through too. Men get depressed too. Men struggle too. But we got to sometimes act like we're not hurting, or we got to act like we're not weak or anything like that in front of them, because these women today, anytime you show just a little bit of weakness, man, they'll start to disrespect you. Now, even if she's a good woman, it's a woman nature to test the man and see if that's the right man for her. But it's supposed to decline as you are with the woman. In the beginning, she want to see if you're this kind of guy, if you're going to protect her, if you're going to provide. I get that. But the problem with these women today, man, once you get them, it continues and it gets worse and it gets worse. They keep trying to push the boundaries to see how much they can get away with so they can run over you. Any woman who don't respect your boundaries don't like you. I'm telling you right now, even if you love her and she says she loves you, if she cannot, the word respect, if she cannot respect your boundaries and respect your authority, we don't need to be with her. That's why I say marriage today in the West is like a losing game. That's why most men are smashing and dashing. The only way you could, I told a woman today actually, I don't want a girlfriend. I don't want a wife. I want a bottom bitch. And like, I'm taking it from the street stuff, because the bottom bitch is the woman who will do everything that you ask her to do. She will really serve you. She see you the way a groupie see Chris Brown. She admires you. She'll put work out there for man. She'll take a case for you. That's the bottom bitch in the streets in the pimp game. You know what I mean? I would rather have a bottom bitch who acts like a girlfriend than have a girlfriend who acts like a bitch. Because a lot of men get these girls, these women, and they mistreat them. Just bitching all the time, talking crazy all the time. You know what I mean? I hate to say it, but everything is the pimp game. In my mind, everything is about pimping. And I'm not encouraging the lifestyle. I really am not. But I'm talking about the way that these men who are max, who are in these streets, who are pimping these women, they have a greater understanding about women psychology than the average man out there. They really do. And I know they talk bad about people like that and stuff like that, but they know how to control their women. We have gotten to the point, brother, that we can't control our women. These women are uncontrollable, and we can't protect a woman who refuses to be controlled by us. And you say you want a leader, and I've said this oftentimes, if they really want a leader, then they have to understand that every form of leadership comes with a degree of control. How can I lead anyone if I can't control something about them? It's like when I was in the military, when there's someone over me, a higher ranking officer, he had control over me about how much I can do, where I can go, all this stuff like that, because he was the leader. The women don't want leaders. They do not want equal treatment. They do not want equality. What they want is preferential treatment. They say equality, but they really want preferential treatment. They want you to treat them a certain way. They want you to, give them brownie points for whatever it may be. And like this dude right here, Elim said right here, renegade hoes. Yeah, that's what it is. A renegade woman, a hoe. And for y'all who don't know, it's someone who don't have a 16, which is a P, which is a pimp. So they go out there like a woman on OnlyFans, or a woman that may be going there selling their coochie without the guidance and the instruction and the protection of the pimp. So a lot of these women are renegade hoes. So like I say, everything go back to pimping to me. Because if you look at it, there's something in the pimp game called burnout and turnouts, right? So, excuse me. So a burnout is a woman who've been through a whole lot of things. They've been through multiple men. They have trauma bonds and stuff, and then nothing you say or do really excites them. A turnout is a woman that you turn on to the game. A woman who is a novice, or a woman that is excited to do new things, you expose her to new things, and she hangs on every word that you speak, that's a turnout. You don't turn her out to this game. I'm talking about the pimp thing, but in real life, let me parallel that. If you get a woman who have a lot of bodies, who've been through multiple relationships, have a lot of toxic relationships before you, traumatized, then she's a burned out woman. She's burnt out. She doesn't know how to be feminine. She's just tired. She just want to have a man there. She just wants someone to provide. She's not excited about it. But when you got a woman who has not been through those things, who really believe in you and have faith in you, then she's turned out to your game. She's turned out to the possibility of living a lifestyle with you. So I got to make parallels sometimes between the two. And that's what it is. Most of these women are burnt out, and because they have so many baby daddies, they have so many stresses, they have so many troubles that they brought on themselves. A lot of women are living the repercussions and the consequences of decisions that they have made previously before they even met you. You know what I mean? And because of that, now you got to pay for it. Now you got to struggle with it. You don't have to struggle with any woman. All you got to do is chunk the deuce, go to the next one. Do not waste your, gentlemen, if you listen out there, don't waste your time on a mustard back heifer. Do not waste your time on a woman who is not getting on your program. Only fuck with women who want to fuck with you. And I'm just saying it like that in layman's terms. Only deal with people in everything who wants to deal with you. You cannot control a person's actions. Only focus on the things that you can control. And if that woman wants to be with you, there will be no obstacles. There will be no jumping through hoops. There will be no rules and regulations that you got to do all this shit. If a woman has a high interest in you, you don't have to do a whole lot of shit. If she has a low interest in you, you have to do a lot of shit. If she has a medium interest in you, then she's on the fence, which means she's willing to see where it goes, but she's not completely dedicated to it. So she's waiting to see whether or not you're going to be a suitable person for her. So you could talk yourself out the panties or talk yourself out the relationship. Okay, y'all? So when a woman has a high interest, you don't got to take her out. You don't got to, it's cool if you do. You don't got to take it on coffee dates. You ain't got to take it to dinner. I met plenty of women in my lifetime. If you have a woman have a high interest in you, she'll come by your crib and give up the draws. She'll do whatever it takes to secure the commitment out of you because she see that you are valuable. And I think a lot of women don't see men as valuable people anymore. Because when they're valuable to these, when women find men valuable, they do everything for them. When they own the job, they do everything for the boss. When they want to get a certain type of employment, they do everything for the professors and the schools who teach the stuff they need to know to get the job. They find value in it. So they're willing to sacrifice. They're willing to put the work in. But when you got a woman and then she starts to lack and she starts to not treat you right, or she doesn't value you, you always take care of that which you value. And there's a lot of men in relationships right now where the women don't value them, but they're stuck because they are emotionally bonded to this woman. The only way you get over that, gentlemen, is to go cold turkey, walk away, even if it's going to hurt. In about a year or so, you'll be all right. But if you stay in there and keep trying to hang on to that shit, you'll be miserable, get gray hairs, and probably die from a stroke. Because many men die from being stressed out because of these women, man. There's men who end their lives behind women. Okay, so you got to put yourself first. I told somebody else that you are the most important person in your life. Everybody else comes second. Because if you fail and you got a family, your family gonna suffer. You get what I'm saying? You gotta always treat yourself that you like you're the most important thing on the planet so that other people can be upgraded or benefit from the things that you're doing. If you put a woman first and you're not putting yourself first, then that woman's emotions is going to rule the relationship. And men are logical. We have emotion, but we're more analytical and more logical than women. So if you try to walk behind a woman who is led by emotions, you will be stressed out, you will be depressed, you will be insecure. You can't love a woman with all your heart. You have to love her from your heart. There's a difference. When you love her with all your heart, you put up with all the bullshit. When you love her from your heart, then you have a genuine feeling for her, but you love her through logic and reason. So you should not ever, the only one that you should love with all your heart is God. Like this Christian man is talking about right here. That's the only one that you're supposed to love with all your heart, soul, mind, and body is God, the higher power. You are never supposed to love a woman with all your heart. You got a lot of people out here on these movies making shit. I love her to the day she died. You should never love a woman to the day she died. Okay? I know people don't like to hear that shit. You love her in moderation. You treat her right. You respect her. You don't abuse the woman. But when she gets out of pocket, you check the woman, you correct the woman, you chastise the woman. I'm not saying kick her and all the other stuff, but you put her back in her place. Women will always get out of pocket, and it's your responsibility as a man to put her back in there. It is what it is. Now, you don't, if she continues to do it, kick that hoe to the curb. Because a lot of these women that come to you in this lifestyle and purposely get out of pocket just to get a reaction out of you because they like toxicity. There's women who love to be in toxic relationships. They tell you they don't. Why you think women say, oh, I love makeup sex? So in order for you to get to makeup sex, she has to cause some kind of fuck shit, some angry stuff to cause disaster and disarray and pain and anguish for you to get to that. She's training you. She's leading you through emotion. You think, oh yeah, I got it right, man. I got it right, man. I put that thing on, you know what I'm saying? She doing good now. She playing you. Anytime a woman can manipulate you to sleep with her, to do anything, she is playing with you. That's what I'm trying to tell many men out there to understand that. You should not ever be in a position where you have to have makeup sex to make her feel good. You should never have to do that. It should be your mouthpiece. It should be your leadership skills. She need to get her ass in line. She does not, don't ever let a woman be able to manipulate your lust to use you as a living dildo. That's what that is. Women would purposely start shit with you to get you riled up, to show them that you care about them. Sometimes women would try to make you jealous on purpose just so she can see you be jealous because it make her feel good. You see what I'm saying? And please continue, man. I just said my little rant. Your turn.
Oh no, you said you gave about the gist of it. I mean, I'm just saying, man, the experience, they don't really care about what we're experiencing. They're not listening enough to really get a grasp on it. Their only response is, whenever you get to the finish line, then I'll listen, you know, yeah. or if you're not the one I want to hear it from, I'm not gonna listen. So they only want to say, basically, in the selfish phases, and that's why I made my little channel is called The Next Phases. And I talk about,
bro, I want everybody to check out this gentleman's channel, man. If you can, man, one of the moderators put his channel in the chat so I could put it on the screen. You say Next Phases, brother?
Yeah, I could comment there. But
put it in the chat.
Pretty much,
not the private one. Put it in the chat and I'll put it on the screen for people to see. Y'all go check the brother out. I support my brothers, man. I support the brother and the sister too. If they got something to say that's right, I will always support. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's just every time you know, I even thought one had the right software and framework, and man, it under pressure, it can manipulate how they see life, and that's how they end up treating the man in their life. And that's why sometimes they'll be like, oh, it's just the wrong time. No, it's never a wrong time. You should remain feminine. You should have a blueprint that's conclusive to your life. Even though if you in a tough position, it shouldn't change the fact that you can't be respect the man. I don't care how many bills you got. I don't care about how many bad relationships you had. You should be able to still want a relationship where you can celebrate your relationship in your man. You should be able to, that's what you should want by nature. If you have not done, if you're in a position where you can't do that, then you got to work on your framework. And if you haven't did that, you need to tool yourself with the toolage so you can be successful for the phases and the outcomes that you want in life. And I try to base my channel around that on that. And then, of course I got this stuff, but that's cool too. But man, like, I mean, what my experience is, man, I'm pretty sure a lot of guys share it, and some probably worse. And I mean, I don't want guys to feel like it's just all them. But you do have to do the work yourself. You got to try to make the bet. You got to try to do the best you can in life so you can be respected from a woman. And it's just not, it's a cultural thing. And we got a lot of guys out here that will lie. Like I seen the other day, I saw a gentleman, a lady put up there. Her weight is 185. I think it was 100 and something. She was pretty thick. All the fat was in the right places. She asked the man on the post. She said, would you marry a man? And then she tried to put quote unquote high value man. Would he marry a woman is she subjected? Well, let me say it this way. She said, is a woman that's overweight subjected to a $50,000 man? And I looked at and I said, why does that really matter? Why is it that why are you worried about trying to make the way you are fit to a situation where it's not even your control? Just because you have access to sex to your body doesn't mean these men are choosing you, because that's why they find themselves in so many situationships. And they fail to realize that they're not special. It applies to most women. And they'll understand that there's more women than there is men. And there's less men that's black that's probably gonna meet that requirement that you saying that you want to chase behind multitude of men. And instead of just getting with a man that's making a little above average or average, and understanding what you have access to and understanding what they want, the man that you have access to, they're trying to subject to saying to really shaming men, and then they ultimately disrespect them by insulting them, by saying that they're not good enough, but this is the only man that you have access to, and the men know it. They get mad because men say they think they're delusional. Well, that's what it appears to us. And if you got something better to say, then why don't you say it? Other than something to insult the man and shame them, they don't have anything back to say. They don't say, well, you know what? I think y'all should do better because this is what you can do better. Other than well, I could get you to be this way. It sounds contradicting in a way for men sometimes to say, oh, you got to make a lot of money and do this, but everybody's not going to be able to do it. And I understand it, but I do want to encourage you to do it. But at the same time, take them where they at with the hopes that at least you can have a fruitful life and fulfilling life with somebody. Because if you wait out to 30, 40 years old and you still ain't getting outcomes, why is it that they're not recognizing that what they're doing is not conclusive to their life?
You know what, brother? You know what? In my opinion, they are very unprepared. They are not equipped for a relationship. Not a relationship. They are only prepared for sexual encounters. That's what I'm seeing. If you listen, like you said earlier about the culture, I agree with you, because the music, the images, the shows, the reality TV shows is creating a culture where we are dealing with a whole bunch of narcissistic women, because all of the music, all of the things we see on TV, when it comes to women, I'm a boss baddie, it is pushing out a narrative that all black women must be narcissistic, even if they don't realize that. That's why you have so many selfish women at this time, and they're not equipped. They don't, like, again, it comes down to willingness. Are they willing to learn? If they're not going to be willing to learn, then they can't be with you. They have to learn how to treat a man. They don't want to do it. They are stubborn. They are lackadaisical, extremely slothful. In other words, lazy. They lazy, because this stuff I'm talking about is effort that you got to put forth. You got to if you're used to just sitting on your ass and being pretty all day, and the man doing everything for you, and then you come across a man who is a genuinely good man, he's going to require something from you. Every good man has requirements to be with him because he knows how hard it is to work to become what he has become. Okay, it just is what it is. Every man who is a good man, who is successful, who's trying to be something, has standards. So when a man has standards, then she is required to put forth the effort to align herself with that man's standards. But the problem is women don't want to do it. They are very lazy. They are very selfish. Like you said, they don't want to support a man. You get what I'm saying? So I just think these women have been failed by their mothers, sometimes grandmothers, because some of these grandmothers are acting like these young girls too. But they've been failed. There's been a generational decay from passing down the tools and the rules of femininity from one generation to another generation of woman. For some reason, the men are still being men. We do have our Pookies, Ray Rays, and Nook Nooks, but in mass, there are men who are still being men, who are still ambitious, who are still making plans, who are still striving to get to the next level, to be something, to be an accomplished individual, right? There, we still get that passed down because you know what? Men hold men accountable. Men would make you feel bad if you were bum. Men would make you feel less than if you're not living up to your true potential. I'm talking about a certain type of group of men, not the Pookies, but other men will look at you like, man, you ain't budgeting your money, man. You broke all the time. You ain't got your credit up, man. You got a family, man. You can't provide for your family and shit. We'll make you feel bad. We'll shame you. Or other men will come to you who feel that they are comfortable enough to talk to you about these things. They'll talk to you. Women do not hold women accountable. Women just let it, you know, one of the main reasons why they don't, because women like to see women suffer. Women are so jealous-hearted of other women and so mean-spirited that they hate to see a woman do better than them. Even if they got a good relationship with a man, this is when most women come along and try to poison the psyche of a woman. Come on, you don't got to do all that, babe. Why you listen to him like this right here? Oh, he got you locked down, girl. You know, she don't fool with us no more, girlfriend. She got a man, all that shit right there, trying to shame her, ruining that woman's connection with that man. And women are so weak-minded today, more so in my opinion than they ever was before, that anyone can tell a woman any damn thing and they believe it if it comes from a woman. If a man tell him, oh, he don't know nothing. But if a woman says it, she'll act like God told it to her. You know what I mean? Women don't trust us. You know what I mean? And it's not because of the men's fault. You can't say, I don't trust men because they all dogs. When you have 3 or 4 baby daddies, it's because you chose to sleep with men who were dogs. You can't say all of us are like that. You chose that. And you made it very difficult in the future for you to find a man who has no kids. And even if a man has a child, most men have a cap. Okay, I have a child. I say, I have a child. A man say, I have 2 children. But I meet a woman who has 3 children. That's 5 children. So some men be like, look, man, you got too many children. Maybe I can deal with 1. Maybe I can deal with 2. But then that's 4 children. It take over $300,000 in 2024 to raise a child from age 1 to age 18. Y'all can look it up. I did shows about that and put that statistical data up there before. So you're looking at over $1 million with 3 or 4 kids, man. You get what I'm saying? So like, you got to look at, and that's not even counting the woman and yourself. So most men, for you women out there who say, I need to find a man who got kids because they understand, most men who have children will also feel that they don't want to deal with a woman who has multiple babies. They don't want to do that, okay? Let me shoot that shit in the leg right now because I've heard that so many times. Well, I need to find me a man who got kids so he'll understand. He would still do what a man would do who has no children. He would still smash and he would still dash, okay? He would not make a serious relationship with you because he got kids and you got kids. I don't know where this bullshit come from, Mr. Adrian. I don't know where they get this stuff from, but it's not true. And they need to listen to men like you, men like myself, and other men who are telling them the truth because they like to live in la-la land and lies. So ladies, hear me again. Just because he got children does not mean that he's going to want to settle down with you because you have children too. He will still just put pipe in you the same way a man who has no children and move on to the next woman, because every man has a cap. He have a cutoff. He don't want to deal with a woman who got 3 or 4 kids and he got 2. He don't want that. If you have 1, maybe he'll deal with you. But if you got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 baby daddies, I guarantee you that man with children will not want to be with you. All right, go ahead, brother.
Oh yeah. I don't have any children, so unfortunately, I ain't gonna say unfortunately. Good thing I don't have any children, but
because you couldn't buy them damn Jordans back there. You had a goddamn kids.
I've been in it for a long time, man. Long time coming with that. I just see that, you know, a lot of the time, man. I was experiencing. I was talking to a young lady. What was it, like 2 or 3 days ago? And she started trying to diagnose me. I said, "Why are you diagnosing me? Are you qualified to do this?" She started saying, you got anxiety, you bipolar. I said, "Where are you getting it from? You haven't experienced? Are you really experiencing it? How do you substantiate that that's what I'm doing?" And sorry about that. That was her calling again. She just calls me blocked now.
Pimping, been pimping, baby.
Cause she curious of let me put my thing on
Good,
do not disturb so it won't interrupt. Oh man, can you hear me?
I can hear you, bro.
Oh, okay. I put it on do not disturb so I can continue to hear you. But yeah, man, she calling now. Just keep calling me. After she just said she don't want to talk to me. But she didn't call me the last 3 days. I just don't get it. I don't understand.
I'll tell you what it is, bro. When a woman starts telling you that shit, saying something wrong with you because she has an understanding that something wrong with her. So if she wants you to be as messed up or to make you think that you're messed up some kind of way, so she can exalt herself over you. That's all it is. She don't want you to feel that you're at a level that's better or higher than her. So she's gonna point out, that's a fucked up woman anyway. If she come to you and start pointing out your flaws, bro, they ain't the one you supposed to be with anyway. That's a red sign that she's gonna be a hell raiser. That she's gonna be a hell raiser. She's gonna be the type of woman that's always gonna bring up shit in the past. She's gonna bring up shit that's going on now. She's gonna bring up this and that. Those type of women that you said from the beginning, she started talking about that shit. All I can say, I know
that's not what she did at the beginning.
Now, road runner, hit that shit and hit the road runner like the get the fuck on. I'm telling you, that's what that is, brother.
Man, she was honey, baby, everything. And then when I was like, "Hey, why don't we link up?" And she had told me she wanted to. I said, "Hey, what do you like to do? What would you like to do in a relationship?" And just asking some questions like, how do you like to personalize your relationship? What do you want to look like? And she was like, "Yeah, I like to go to movies. I like movies or whatever." So I was like, "All right, well let's go catch a movie." And I don't know what happened necessarily between there with her, but all I know is the attitude changed like the next day or so. And it was just basically, it was like she was in a whole nother world. And then, but now I'm gonna just go ahead and get to the gist of it. She started calling me block, just blowing up my phone like she doing now.
Bitch crazy.
Just randomly calling.
I'm telling you right now, she crazy.
And I'm chilling with with another broad, and you already know. Catch me on the dialogue. Like, don't keep calling me. This girl
is with my broad, and you already know.
And the other chick is over here like, who is it calling you? What, man? You got too much going on. I'm like, no.
They right. I didn't know this was going on. Everybody putting on there. I didn't know you didn't say that till right now. Don't hit it. Don't hit it, bro. If you hit it, she gonna be on top of your roof, man, trying to cut through way through the ceiling, bro. Don't do that. That's a crazy bride, bro. That's a crazy bride. I'm telling you. I done dealt with them. That's a crazy bride, bro. Like, who rapped that? Was that Fat Pat, man? You got me thinking about it. I'm Big Hawk. I'm chilling with my bride, and you already know. And something up there at the front, something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an old ass rap. When you said it, it just came up in my mind.
I know you're from Houston, so I know you mess with the SUC.
Yeah, that's Big Hawk. That's Big Hawk, man. He dead now. Yeah, that's
Big
Fat
Hawk.
Pat
Big Hawk. Yeah, Big Hawk. Yeah. Yep. Hey, that was a cold click right there. That was a little cold click right there back in the day.
Yeah.
They still hold weight.
Yeah, but it's true.
Yeah, for real. They still hold weight. We still saying like a hologram. What was it? It was the freestyle to be talking about from the Himalayas.
Oh yeah, I'm a player from the Himalayas. It was a whole bunch of other rappers on that shit. That's an old ass track. I can't remember exactly who did that, man. But yeah, that's a classic in down south. All y'all don't know. a lot of people watching don't know what we're talking about, man. You gotta be down here in Texas with that shit. Yeah, that's like Big Mo and all the rest of them and stuff like that. The boy baby. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah. Let me get back on the subject, man. Yeah, well, you hit something.
We can talk about that all day.
Man. That's the shit there, boy. Ghetto dreams, diamond rings, money, hoe clothes, and all those fancy things.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
They think we were people before we became content creators, goddamn it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, but I'm sorry.
Yeah,
man.
You
wrapped up on that shit.
They was like, he a Pookie. Yeah, we they some Pookies, man. That was some Pookies. But
Big Poke, yeah.
Big Poke. But man, I'm just saying that, you know, just experiencing them on this level, man, for such a long time, a lot of them don't realize how much they take out of these men, and they begin to be you know, unwhole, because you can't ask all. I can't believe that all men can stand up to the test of all this. This is nothing a man should be trying to stand up to the test of. And as black men, we trying to fight everything, and a lot of them don't realize they do bad when they say, "Oh, y'all just ain't doing this right." And it is guys out here doing things right. They've been polite with women. They trying to put women in a feminist space, and the women still tell them that they want them to respect them instead of honoring them. A lot of the times they don't put marriage before the children, which is caused the outrageous you know, amount of out of wedlock birth, which was at, what was it? I believe it was at 80% at some point. I believe
around 80.
Yeah, it was at 80%.
Higher now.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, 80%. And over 55 to 60% of those women have multiple baby daddies, at least two.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's an interesting statistic, and you know, and you talk about honor, and all they have to say is respect, and if you ask a Christian woman to say that, it's out of the context of the Bible. It says that a woman should feel loved, and a man should be respected. It says men are to be respected and women are to feel loved, and they definitely run on feeling emotions, but they don't realize that they're not being honored in the format that they are looking to receive love from a man. And I try to
quick and say comment what you said. A woman cannot receive honor without honoring a man. That's what they don't want to say, even in the Bible. Because when they say that she's being honored, because they always talk about how she treated her man, that she carried herself a certain type of way and stuff like that. I think Abraham, he talked about how Rebecca called Abraham Lord, showing him respect, not Lord like Jesus, but Lord meaning the person who have authority over her. They got honored because they honor a man. If a woman does not honor a man, then she does not deserve honor. I'm just letting you know right now. I'm not saying recognition for certain accomplishments, but the type of honor that they think they deserve. If you don't have a husband or have a man in your life and you're not serving him, or even if you're biblical or not, then you're not an honorable person, because your existence is based upon your existence and how you deal with men from a scriptural point of view. It's God. You got to have a relationship with God, but God is really interested in how the woman treats the man. And what's so funny with these hypocrites, like you said, these women tell you, I don't care what the scriptures say, but they go to church every Sunday. You know what I mean? Dressed like hoes. They dress like hoes in the church. They dress like hoes outside the church. Okay? And that's only a weak ass preacher who don't preach against that particular sin. I ain't trying to go too far out that way, but women must understand, in order for them to feel that I mean something, that I am somebody, that I have a purpose, then they got to have a man in their life. Okay, because that's when they're going to get that. Going to school, having a good job, yes, it can give you a certain type of joy. Yes, it can make you feel you have a certain type of purpose. But that type of purpose is totally different than the purpose that you would feel if you are devoted to a good man. Not Pookie, but to a good man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of their worth is based upon how men view them. You notice that? Even the women who rap and sing and dress like hoes, they doing it because they know that men like that and men prefer that, and they want to see BBLs and all this stuff like that. Men, they choose Pookie's ideal of what worth is on a woman. They don't ever think about what a good man's ideal of what worth is on a woman, so they go the wrong way. The real worth is for the men like you and me and other people who ain't about that bullshit. They have to be able to follow us. If you can't follow us, you got to go. If it don't go my way, you got to go away. I don't deal with no women like that. You know what I mean? I don't deal with them. Every woman I deal with, especially now this age, they have to be submissive to me. It's just what it is. I don't accept nothing less because I know what I'm worth. Every man knows their value. But we get with women and let women determine your value. After you done built yourself, you know what you got. But a woman come along, get you emotionally attached and shit. Now you weak. Now you think she's better than you. I don't want to lose her. Fuck her. I mean, some of y'all who be watching my show who might just be turning in I'm kind of more not like the nicest type of content creator. You know what I'm saying? I speak like I speak to my homies and shit like that. So I'm letting you know, I'm not trying to be politically correct. I don't do none of that shit there. I really just speak from my passion, from my point of view, okay? For those who just joined and who don't know me that well. Go ahead, brother. What else you got to say about that there?
Yeah, man, but I don't find a problem with saying, hey, y'all ask for men to be a God-fearing man or have a relationship with God. But are you, now when it turns around, are you in obedience to God? Right. Are you in a relationship? Because are you in a relationship where you celebrate your man in the relationship? Are you celebrating your man in this relationship? Are you honoring him, appreciating him, being cooperative and agreeable and submissive and keeping yourself tight? Hey, come on now. Listen, they want one thing from us and then they turn around and do another thing on their end. They think that they're not holding themselves accountable to anything. I mean, it's and I'm not saying this, and for the guys out there, I'm talking about this, don't necessarily mean that I actually have to, not deal with. Of course, I can still, go to bed with these women, but I've acquired yeah, I can still go to bed with them, but I don't want to. I don't want to because
go ahead, bro.
because my spirituality tells me not to go to bed with women that I'm not spiritually aligned with. And I've taken that approach, and I feel like I want a woman that can add peace and add feminine assets to my life.
Yes.
Add that to me. That's what I'm looking for. I don't need the other stuff. That's not conclusive to me at this point. I've had fun. I've done all that. You've had fun, and I really want to encourage the young ladies to, and I want more women to encourage their daughters and their nieces and their granddaughters to go ahead and get off the market earlier. Start waiting to 30 to figure it out. It's not at 30 to figure it out because you've been over experienced. Your purity is just about gone. You've heard you've trauma bond with somebody. You need to get the blueprint up front earlier on than later on, because if you wait later on, those options have diminished. Be more intentional about how you move. And that's what I really would like to see from the young ladies out here, that they act like women and they act in a lady manner. That's really what I would really like to see from the Black community. Don't feel like just because we Black, we got to be different. You can look at other cultures and see how they thrive. That's the same way God looked at the animals in Adam. He saw that the other animals were thriving. Why are you not taking that perception and seeing that they're thriving in their environments together, instead of celebrating your singlism, your accomplishments, your independence? That's really not what you should be celebrating. You should be celebrating that you in a relationship with this man that you respect and you admire, that you thriving and you accomplishing things with. That's more fulfilling and fruitful in my eyes. And I mean, that's right. What I have to say about that.
You're right. I think women value system is out of whack, man. They value the wrong things. They prioritize the wrong things, brother, man. If they really want to be fulfilled, they need to be with a man. I mean, they can try to get around this shit all they want, but if they really didn't if they really felt like they didn't need a man, then they would not be talking about men the way that they do. A lot of women who talk negatively about us are women who've been hurt. That's all it is. A lot of been hurt, or they done aged out the dating game. They're too old, like you said, or they done weight out there. I mean, they overweight, they're obese, or they done child their way out the dating game. I mean, they got so many damn children. So those are the women who are complaining, like with the cooking with Kaya. The ones who really complain about that woman is the ones who can't cook. Women who can cook, they are, when I look at it, women are like celebrated who can cook. You know what I mean? Women who cook like, oh, I can do just as good as her or whatever. But these women who can't cook, or should I say, not that they cannot cook, but they will not cook for their man, those are the ones who are upset. I'm going to add another brother on here right quick. Mr. Man, I remember you, but I can't say that name. Ronell? Say something,
yeah, Roynell.
Ronell, okay. How you doing, brother, today, man?
Doing great. Just was trying to say, I was married to a black woman before, and I'm married to a Latino right now. And you remember we won the show, and she cooks for me every day. She supports me. She does the things that she's supposed to do. My sister girl, my black sister girl, she wouldn't do the same things. And it's just great to have somebody on your side to support you, to be happy with the things that you do for them, and appreciate what you do for them. My wife is happy with her car. She's happy with the house she lives in. She appreciates what I do for her. She doesn't make me or want me to do crazy, outrageous things like a G-Wagon. I mean, people are like, these girls want a G-Wagon when they, it's something that you can't, it's out of a lot of men's, 90% of men can never buy a woman a G-Wagon and keep their career going. It's like you need to be making like about $4 million to have a budget to be actually getting the G-Wagon for your wife. And when they ask for these things, they don't understand that the numbers don't fit in their category, in their situation. It's just something it's like a dream that they're dreaming. And they want these guys to work themselves to the bone to get these things and don't want to do that much for the guy. It's unbalanced.
I'm gonna say this. I like that y'all come on here. I remember you, Rael. I haven't seen. I remember you. I remember everybody, especially Adrian. Adrian been on this motherfucker for about over a year or something like that. He come in and out. He dip in and out. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool. But I'm gonna ask y'all this question because before I close this show today, because I want this to be a platform for men to say what y'all saying, to express this stuff, because this needs to be said. It needs to be heard from the lips of men, not from women, because we've been hearing women talk about, well, the best way to make a man happy, according to some woman. Oh, okay, we need to stop that shit. We need men to speak, okay? What I want to ask both of you, from y'all heart, man, from y'all sincerest place in your heart, from the most sincerest place in your heart, what would you want, say both of y'all are single, for example, say both of y'all were, for example, right? Hypothetically. What would you want a woman to present herself as to you? What would you want from that woman? I'm going to go to Adrian first, and I'm going to go back to you, sir, in a minute. Adrian, take it away, brother.
What I would like for them to present to me is the best version of themselves. Meaning, if you can just come whole, do your front, know what you want, be dedicated, committed as much as you are to your jobs and your careers, the way you say you want that. Be as nice to me as you are with the people that you respect and admire. Your mom, the way the love you give your mama that you say you got for your mama, you have it for me. Be able to leave and cleave, be able to do those things, and man, just be the best version of yourself and with a man and the kind of woman and understand what a kind of woman that the man want, to be supportive to him. Just that's what I would like to see from them. Just become the best version of themselves where they can really reap the benefits of being fruitful and a fulfilling lifestyle. So that's what I would like to see.
Okay, Mr. Ronell, what would you like to see if you were single? What would you like to see?
Well, I can keep it short and sweet. I want your respect. I want your understanding, and I want your optimism. You're being hopeful, and that's what I think most men are looking for. You just come with respect and be willing to submit to that man if he's the right man for you, and have some hopefulness. I think a big thing in our community is that a lot of these women come with a negative attitude. The optimism is gone. They're just pessimistic. And, I love to see my wife appreciate what I do and has good hopes for me, prays for me, and wants me to be the best man I could be. And I mean, just, cook and clean and do what I need her to do for me, and be optimistic about my future and what I have going on.
And both of you gave excellent answers, especially Ronell. Ronell kept it short and sweet, and it all comes to that one word, even with Mr. Adrian over there: respect. Respect. You know what? And that's even God approved scripturally. Respect. So I would say this to you, mustard back heifers who don't want to look at what I'm saying. If you don't respect your man, you are the devil. Oh, I know I made you mad. I'm talking to all you Christian women up there that go there all Sunday singing in the choir and singing badly, lip syncing and all the other shit like that, jumping up and down in your whole skirt with it too tight, you know what I mean, looking all like a prostitute, jumping up, breasts hanging up with your nipple rings and stuff like that. The ones who say that you blessed and highly favored. If you don't respect a man or men in general, you are the devil, because that's anti-God if you're a Christian. Okay? And I ain't attacking Christians, but it's in the same book that you say God told you to do this and prophesy. How come God don't never tell you to prophesy to a man and say, look, I'm going to submit? How come God don't never send you to a woman and say, look, God said if you submit and do right by your man, he's going to bless you? How come it's all some other shit like God said, touch and claim, if you keep going, it's going to be yours? How come God don't ever tell you to honor a man when it's written in the book? You hypocrite. You ain't no damn prophet. You ain't no prophetess either. Sit your ass down somewhere and learn. Listen to men. Listen to men. Instead of complaining and fault finding, like with the brother Adrian, with that psycho woman talking about, oh, you're crazy and this and that, and then keep blowing his phone up and shit. I know I made some people mad, but I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn, but it's the truth. It's the truth, man. All right, before I shut this down, I want to say this to Mr. Adrian. Adrian, email me, man. I want your number. I want to call you. Because I think I can do something with you that's going to benefit your channel as well as mine, to be honest with you. And Mr. Ronell, thank you for coming on to the show today. Everyone, every Saturday at 5:30, I'm making this a platform for men to come up here and to vent their grievances towards women. And also, like these men just said, tell you what it is that a man wants. This is the place to be at for that, man. We're not complaining. We're just speaking factual. We're talking from experiential knowledge when we have experienced this shit. This is the problem. You need to come here and listen to us men. Okay? And all the Cash Apps, thank y'all for sending me the Cash Apps during the show. I greatly appreciate it. But I'm about to shut it down, man. Maybe one day I go 3-4 hours, brothers. You know what I'm saying? I usually give y'all a good hour. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna start trying to go 2 hours at least next time. I'm gonna do that next Saturday at least. I'm gonna try to go 2 hours and shit. You know what I mean? So stuff like that. All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna bid you adieu. Anything closing remarks? Closing remarks for both of you. I'm gonna start with Mr. Ronell. You have any closing remarks? And then I'm gonna go to Mr. Adrian. If there's any closing remarks before I end the show, please speak. Mr. Ronell. He frozen. I guess he can't talk. His screen froze. Well, Adrian, take it away, brother.
Well, I just want to say love, peace, and prosperity to y'all, and just be blessed out there, and just keep putting your purpose first in your life, and if you serve the mighty one above, hey, keep doing that, man. Keep doing that. That's it. I don't really have much to say more than what we've already said, man. Y'all watch the content, go back and replay it and watch it again. Maybe you catch something you missed. Maybe you y'all guys try to do the best you can out here, man. It's just really, it is kind of tough out here, but I won't say it's as tough as it has to be. But you know, anyways, man, I just keep running on talking. But man, appreciate you having me up here. Now I'm gonna reach out to you. I'm seeing my phone number through the email.
Okay, yeah, please do, man. I think if I'm saying it right, I think it's Jeremy Hill one at G. I'm gonna put it on the screen because I'll be forgetting sometime, bro. I want to tell you the wrong thing.
Do you have it
in
in
your
your bio?
I think it's there. I think it's on there right there. Here it is. The Jeremy Hill show. Let's see, yeah, Jeremy Hill show.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Jeremy Hill
email
show
me, man.
one.
I'll be giving you a call. If not today, I'll give you a call tomorrow, and we can chop it up and talk about some business.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man. I'll holler at you on the next thing. You know, we chime in. All right.
I appreciate it.
I'm gonna get out of here, man.
Later, brother. You take it easy now.
All right. All right.
Oh shit, I cut him off too soon. I wasn't trying to. Yeah, everybody. 5:30 Central Standard Time, baby, Texas time. Can you dig it? 5:30 Central Standard Time. If you're a man, come up here and talk about the negative experiences that you have experienced dating modern women, and then also provide what it is that you believe as a man women need to know about dating a man, because they don't know, quite frankly, shit from what we can see. No, they really don't. So I want you to come up here and I want you to talk. So 5:30 Central Standard Time next Saturday, I'll be here. You know what I mean? So I think we had another great show, another good show where the truth came out, very sincere emotions, and in a way, kind of some painful experiences, but there was real life experiences and sincerity here. There wasn't no fake shit that was being spoke about today. Can you dig it? So I'll be hollering at y'all pretty soon. You know how I get down, man. I'll have some more content for y'all this upcoming, what is that? Monday. I'll be dropping some more videos on Monday and shit like that. Y'all be safe the holiday series. The holiday season. God damn, I'm fucking up. Too much drink, man. Too much of this Mac Allen. Can you dig it? Well, anyway, y'all take it easy now. Y'all be safe. Yep.